Perhaps I'm wrong about this, but I do not believe that any good news has ever followed the words, "I need to talk to you about something." It's true. I know it's true. No one has ever said those words and then followed them up with, "I won the Powerball earlier today, and after I split the pot with the rest of the accounting department, we are coming into $6.2 million. What do you think we should do with it?" Nobody's something has ever been that a mysterious benefactor has paid off the credit card debt. Something is never that the doctor interpreted the test results wrong. So when my fiancé says those words to me over dinner in our Brooklyn apartment one innocent evening in the middle of May, my mind stumbles. It's not a sensation I'm used to, feeling anxious with Ollie. I set my glass of Chardonnay down on my faded linen placemat and study the person across from me. He appears serious, and not in the way that makes him look like the insides of his cheeks are itching, which is what his face does when he's failing at deadpan. The gray checked dress shirt he wore to work today is in order, cuffs rolled up his forearms like usual, and his hair is minimally tousled on top, which means he hasn't been running his hands through it in agitation. There's a crease between his smoky blue eyes, and his long fingers are spinning his wine glass on his placemat. But I would not go so far as to say he's upset. So far, so good. "Okay, love. What's up? Is everything okay?" He smiles and reaches for my hand across our tiny dining table. As soon as his thumb finds its rhythm over my knuckles, the anxiety eases. "Everything's fine. But it's my mom's birthday in a few weeks, her 65th. And she wants us to come up and visit the week of the party." "Of course," I say. "Why would that be something to talk to me about in particular?" "Well, it wouldn't be in Rochester. It's a couple of days after July 4th, so we'd spend the week at the Seneca house." I jerk my hand away from his so fast that I smack my wrist bone against the edge of the table. Eyes watering from the pain, I pin my hands together between my thighs. I am completely unprepared for this. Seneca again, after all this time. Ollie leans toward me and rests his forearms on the table. "I know, baby. You see why I wanted to talk to you. I want you to be honest with me. If you're not up for it, I totally understand." I take a deep breath, then another, while I try to claw my way back to solid footing. "The whole week?" "Yeah. The 4th is a Monday, and Mom's party is Thursday the 7th. Mom and Dad will be there the whole week, and Caleb and Leslie and Eli, too." The thought flickers through my mind that I could send Ollie without me, but I discard it as quickly as it came. I wouldn't do that to him, even if he would let me. We're going to be a family, so that means we stick together, no matter what. And disappointing his parents is not an option. "Yes," I say, making the words sound strong despite the frantic kicking of my heart. "Let's go. I want to be there for your mom." He narrows his eyes at me, then turns one hand palm up on the table. "Come on. You're breaking the rule. Cough it up." I grit my teeth, extract my right hand from its safe space, and place it in his. After the first time we got screaming pissed at each other and then forgot whatever we'd been arguing about as soon as he tackled me onto the bed, we agreed never to have a serious discussion or a fight without touching each other. When it comes to fights, it's a good rule. Reminds you that you do in fact love the hell out of the person who's torturing you at that moment. The "I need to talk to you about some things," though, I'm not as sure about. Sometimes I'm not certain I want him to read me as clearly as he can when his fingers are twined between mine. "Are you sure about this?" he says softly. "I almost told Mom straight up that we couldn't make it, but I didn't want to speak for you. But seriously, if you're not comfortable, we can skip it. Mom and Dad will understand." They would understand, but they'd be disappointed, and I don't want to let them down. My conviction swells as I speak, pushing words out of my mouth. And honestly, I think it would be for the best. We can't avoid the place for the rest of our lives. Your parents love it there, and I don't want it to be a point of tension. We can go. I will be fine. Slowly, Ollie sits back in his chair and lets my hand go. Okay, if you're positive. But just so you know, you don't have to be fine. I'm not always, I will be. But I'm trying to say that it's okay if you're not. I've been going back there for years, and it still hurts every single time. He pauses, lets his gaze drop to the table before he raises it to meet mine again. I loved her too, June. It's like a sudden gust of wind slams open a door inside me that I'd thought was safely closed. The impact shudders down my spine. Slowly, I push my chair away from the table and stand looking down at my fiancé. That is something I am unlikely to ever forget.